Okay. Good morning. Well, wait a minute. Well, you can say good morning. What time is it? Okay, about one something, but it's really late at night. Um, Let me talk just a little bit. Let me just talk a little bit. Let me talk a little bit. Um, Give a shout out to my Lord and Savior. For some of you that know Eric Brown, okay? I know sometimes things may be said sometimes things have been taken out of content. hmm So I could have titled it "Misunderstanding." I'm gonna say this: before I came right at YouTube, see, I didn't know nothing about panels and stuff. Everybody know that, and I like helping people, I like talking to people. I know later on this, what was earlier this day, somebody asked me a question, the John Frank panel. They said, Eric, when you go live, do you say anything? Do you refer to anybody when you go live? When you do your? And I said, I forgot how she put that, but I said, yeah, I used to talk, and used to subliminal, yes, subliminal. You see, somebody told me a long time ago, said put a name on it. They told me that. But when they told me that, I'm figuring, hey, I'm not bothering nobody. So everybody know everybody ain't finna cuss you out. Everybody ain't finna come at you. Everybody ain't finna do that. Um, Now I know everybody heard Faith Live, you know, and I read the transcript, and she said, "Stay in your lane." But the thing that hurted me the most is when you call me a cripple. Nobody never called me that, and Eric Brown ain't never called you no names. Everybody ain't calling nobody no names. Now I respect you. I care for you. I care for everybody on here. And like I said, I supported everybody. I supported everybody. Uh, I try to avoid to argue or fight or go in on you or anybody. I'm not doing that. I did that, and you said subliminally. I did that, but at the same time, I try to help cripple. Then you brought other people's name in it and said Eric Brown behind the scenes. I said, Eric Brown, what did you do behind the scenes? Yeah, but this. Yes, hey, how you doing, Tonica? Yes, because it kind of hurt. Not it's not you. You was asking a question, and it's just when somebody come at me and tell me to stay in my lane, and I thought I was in my lane. I don't kind of argue. Excuse me, y'all. I try not to argue with nobody. Me getting on somebody BTW. Oh, I don't know what that. Oh, and I try not to bother nobody. But when you threaten to stay in my lane, I'm gonna tell behind the scenes and make it seem like we never was cool at all. Now I will say this, and anybody can call it weakness or anything. Eric Brown is not weak. I'm just no, no, no. This has not. That's what I'm saying. Not you, not you. This was another YouTuber. Then another YouTuber felt like I was talking about them. It's the topics that I use, and it wasn't going against nobody. And I will personally, I would say in my chat, I'm sorry to everybody. uh I say faith. Yeah, you said that. Okay. Uh, who else? Bam, or anybody who else, anybody that associated with Eric Brown. I did not mean any harm when but I used to do that. I don't do that. I was trying to make it different to think about topics, something that everybody talk about, because I don't have that many views anyway. I'm cool with that. I don't get no donations. I'm cool with that. I got people on here that get on me. Remember when I told y'all, I said this live is it's in general, but seem like my topics are very much offending the people I care about. Everybody asks, who you talking about? Who you talking about? I don't mean no harm. You mean to tell me a man go on live and then never ain't picking with nobody, but you attack me, you threaten me, you did that. You did that. But I'm not gonna talk about the subject. I'm not gonna talk bad about you. I be careful what I say, but that's anybody. You have to go back, wait a minute. Eric Brown? Well, let me go to other folks. They said something worse. They probably did. They did. I've been on the YouTube watching and listening. Some people get mad at me. People get mad at me because I'm in another chat. Some people talk about putting people out of the community. I still got my real life, but you call me a cripple. I have secrets with my body, yes. I always think somebody crippled, do that makes me even less dangerous. I'm not a threat to nobody, just telling the truth. The only threat I may be is to the devil, but I'm not about you. I try to help people. Some people get sad. I tell people, you don't argue. Y'all grown. You don't put nobody else down. You don't do that stuff. You don't talk about nobody's health issue and all that. Nobody's sickness and nobody's disease. That's not cool, y'all. But maybe it was my fault because I inserted myself, or we'll say my conversation. Somebody talk about you, use an example. You know, if I could use the example, somebody talking about you, I'm in the chat. But the thing is, I may speak because when I come in the chat, I always speak, okay, to the channel holder and the people that's in there. Sometimes people in there talking and people, I may laugh at somebody, or you may laugh at somebody, and then they look at this and say, oh, you laughing with them? What they said about me? No, that's not. People take things the wrong way. So I will apologize again. Say, I'm sorry. Last time. I won't bother you. I won't come in your chat. Now me going on somebody's panels, that's coming to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right ain't no more than right. I don't understand that. But when she said something about behind the scenes, and you put two names on it, oh, so that means you record or and then say if you say that, I don't know. Now you bring it out here and put it out here. You know this is what Eric Brown said. This is what Eric Brown did. And if everybody said, "Well, Eric, you said that you did this," I'm no longer dealing with you. And if everybody feel like they don't want to deal with Eric Brown, that's fine. I understand that. You have to just say, look, I don't want to deal with Eric Brown. I thought Eric Brown this, he this. That's fine. And I also said people change. But I think back then I didn't really go or bother nobody. Some people think I was talking about them. I said, no, bro. I told one brother, I said, no, I ain't talking about them. No, I was talking about somebody else that I was cool with. But they still think, oh, you talking about me. You talking about, no, I'm not. You're going to tell me who I'm talking about. When I pulled out Cyberbullying and Parasite, what's his other one? It was another one I did. I should have made a list of my own titles, you know. I did that, okay? I did that as a topic, not to come at nobody. It's just a topic. Now I think about, I said, well, Eric, why don't you think about some more topics? Because here on this panel, it's not about hurting nobody. If somebody disrespect, I left it alone. You get out. DMG is cool. Yes, he did do that. Yes, he did. It's over and done with. I forgave him. I'm cool with that. I let it go. You know what I'm saying? I like hanging around. I love my YouTube family. I love y'all. Some people say, if these people, they just low down. It's okay. But people in the real life, they do the same thing. You know. So I just, some things I do, I overdo. Sometimes somebody has to tell me, like if Unitonical say, hey, stop doing this, stop saying it, I need to listen to Unitonical, or I need to listen to my chat. That's why you look at the chat and find out why. I just love everybody. I can't hate it. I can't go, I can't do that. I've been through too much and I saw too much. I've learned sometimes your mouth can write a check that your body can't cash. It can't. I told myself, well, I guess I'll stop. Nope. I told myself, heck no, I ain't stop doing this. I'm gonna keep right on talking. I'm gonna tell the truth. I used to wonder. I wonder what TD Jakes or these big time preachers. I wonder what a lot of them used to do. When you in there preaching, and then you preaching in person. Oh, you talking about me? Ain't nobody know nothing unless you say something. Ain't nobody talking about you. When you do things and you talk and cuss out certain people, sometimes people stay away. Sometimes I went in the chat, spoke to somebody, and they had a problem with me. I didn't even know it. I'm like, dang, you hang around too many people. Like, really? But I like everybody. I thought I was cool with everybody. But hey, apparently you're not. Apparently you're not. So I like, well, I told myself this. I said, well, Eric, we ain't gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about it. Mm-mm. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Let me see. Isn't it obvious there are cliques among people? It's best to keep your circle small. Yes, Anita Banks. It is. It's best to do that. It's best to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, some things has been compromised. So I normally, if I see someone and I ask a question, I think women put hard. Oh, okay. Good night. You to talk. Good night. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. No, it's just that. That's just the way things are. Some say, no, be positive. I know, and I thank y'all for that. And sometimes you may say, hey, Eric, maybe you said that wrong, or even the people that I deal with will sometimes say, Eric, you are kind of a little harsh. You may need to change up. People that I talk to on the phone, yes, they get on me. They get on me, and I told myself, I said, when you look at it, it just offends people. Some people can't take the truth. And some people think that, oh, you talking about me, you drop me. It's not about you. I'm gonna say this to you again, too, Faith. It's nothing anybody. It was nothing about nobody. I'm just trying to get topics. I'm just trying to be different. That's all. I was raised in this community. Yeah, well, I was here about what? Since 2017. I was part of that J4K community. I just came over to ask questions, and then something get in your mind. Yes. Yeah, and you could talk about the scripture. You can say whatever. You can keep mind your own business. People got something to say. I remember a young lady. I forgot her name. I forgot that lady's name, and she was just talking. She was just talking. She wasn't bothering nobody. And then somebody came over and said something about her, And she put his name in the chat, and she threatened to get lawyers and stuff. I said, "You threatened to get lawyers?" I said, "For real?" But he said something about her. She just backed up. She ain't said nothing about. She talked about God. She was talking about good things on her channel. That's it. It wasn't about all that the bickering and stuff. And I had to learn when people get to talking, listen at what they saying. Listen at what people saying when they talking. What's gonna make them angry, Miss Banks, is when you ask them questions on what they just said. You repeat what they said. You're gonna ask questions on what they said. hmm And I learned you go into somebody's chat, you speak to them. You speak to them. And then you say hello to the chat. You ain't got to keep saying hey to everybody else. I just like people. You got the good, you got the bad. But Jesus never did that. Oh, okay, let's see. I think people can't come up with enough interesting covers to keep people's attention because everyone uses other content to be relevant, right? Some people try to get into the fight. Some people do that. Some people do that. They try to get into the fight. Some people sit there and listen. Some people try to download it. A lot of people don't or care for Eric Brown. Eric Brown, I mean, it's good to have views, but you want them positive views. The people that's been there, people that's already been there. Your number one, the people that's been there, because the people that don't be there, they looking for you to go off. They looking for you to go in. That's when your chat fill up. And I'm like, no, them negative. Some of them sitting back and they listening. But like I said, won't be calling your name, okay? Won't be bothering you, okay? And I learned that I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking. Now, I know some you might need to change the topic because there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not doing that. But like, yeah, Mr. Wonder, because a lot of times people can compromise you and you don't come up on panels. A lot of time people say they're not doing chats. Some people don't do it. Some people stay away. Some people be in the bushes. Some people just be down here, subscribers. But like I told her, and I'm gonna say it one more time. Okay, well, no, I may say it one more time. But if I offended anybody, I'm sorry. Crazy cripple. I never forget that. I never forget that. And I learned you got to forgive. But that really that that hurt. Crazy cripple. And one thing I did, I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, do not let nothing happen to that person. Do not let them suffer what I go through. Some people don't, they vicious. They don't care, man. Lord, bring it down. No. I don't want nothing to happen to that woman. The woman got pretty much good content. She get the fuss and she fuss. But she just showed me there was never no friendship. There was never to be cool. You sat behind the scenes. You said all that. So it's done with. It's over and done with. Uh, uh, what content you talking about behind the scenes, or if you did behind the scenes, everyone did what behind the scenes? You know, do what you do. But I respect you, and I'm not going to talk bad or bash you. And I did ask to look, make sure you don't go through what I go through. A crazy cripple. I mean, I like, dang, I see anything else. I'm like, I've been hurt because you used to your enemy saying it. When your enemy say it ain't too much. But when a friend say it hurts. And it makes you like, hmm. I'm not here to hurt nobody. Let's get that understood. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I just here. I got topics. Sometimes I have to think about what topics can you talk about? What topic that can interest the people? They want to strike your channel. That's what they want to do. You know, there's in that in our life in general that affects us all. That's right. When you talk in general, because I never said your name. And I remember one YouTuber talk about the paddy wagon. She said it, but that YouTuber said, "If you don't call my name, you ain't talking about me." Mm-hmm. Some people take it the wrong. They think everything is about them, but you need to attack the people that's really, really coming after you. The people that's really saying things, them the people you maybe, but the people that doesn't bother you or don't disrespect you, you know, Eric will always been protected. Eric just sit there and listen. I just sit there and listen. Eric gonna sit up there, yeah, y'all know y'all right. No, I don't. I just listen. I can be in your chat, I can be in anybody's chat. Matter of fact, I can be in the bushes. People can say something about you, and some things be funny, but some people are tight that funny in there. And sometimes people can be in the scenes just laughing. I don't want no ill will against nobody. I don't. I see people bring up the past about other folks. I mean, ooh, they was hard. I'm like, that's gone a long time ago. And they keep bringing up stuff. Sometimes you just don't say nothing. Let me see the orange man. National security. The orange man. No, I don't know what that is. Missing Nita. I need to look that up. I need to look that up. You said the orange man. I don't know who you're talking about, but I need to look at this. Do to see what their enemies do to them. Yes, I agree with that, Miss Banks. I hate to see what the enemy does to them. Some of the enemies turn around and embarrass people. Did all kind of stuff to them, but Eric Brown just sit there, didn't say a word. Just look. I just can shake my head. I hear people go back and forth. Her and other people go back and forth. I just hear it. The orange man. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. The orange man. Golly. Yeah. Okay. No, you didn't. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people talk about Democrats and Republicans. I really don't know. I really can't say too much, but they have a way of getting mad at you for even speaking on that. It's just the truth. Because this is something I didn't understand either, even with history. Black folks used to be Republican back in the day. I was trying to figure out which president or which year, or was it the 1915? I wasn't for sure. When did black people turn to Democrats? Because Democrats, I'm mistaken, didn't they want slavery? Just saying, just asking. Hmm. Let's get to wondering. Some people do things, ain't nobody saying nothing. Some people, just like with that situation in DC, ooh, that was rough. Didn't see a National Guard, but it was rough. Not now National Guard. Hmm. And I feel sorry for the police. They got whooped. They got towed up from the floor up. Hmm. I ain't never seen that. Like, wait a minute, look at the police getting whooped. You mean tell me the folk whooped the police? Nah, the people when they march, they ain't doing nothing. They ain't harming nobody. Then you call them something is backwards. Some things are backwards. But like I say, Again, I said again, Faith and whoever else, Bam, anybody, I apologize to y'all. Or if Unitonical or Nicole, anybody get offended by topics of mine, we good. We good. I ain't tripping off that. So it is what it is. Blade Works. Hey, Blade Works, how you doing? You doing all right? Yeah, but man, politics. It's a woman on here that kind of talk about that. I need to look it up and watch her more often. Her name Nietzsche X. That woman now, ooh, hey, that woman raw, that woman tough, that woman rough. I said, I'm gonna watch her more often. Some people that's great speakers, I try to listen to what they saying. Certain people, it looks like certain people can put out certain content. And like they said, you can't talk about a disease, anything medical. But then I go some other time, these other folks talking about it too. I said, that's messed up. How come they can talk about it and I can't talk about it? You got people that fight on here, physical fight. How come they on there and I can't talk? I'm like, really? People do that. Yeah. Oh, yes. What's going on? To deep respect. I too deep respect you. For real. Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Anita. Thank you for that because, like I said, I try to be neutral, and then I have to be careful of the topics because people are all thinking about you talking about them, and half of them just talk, and then what's that famous line they always say? Keep my name out your mouth. Stop calling my name. Keep my name. If you telling somebody to keep their name out your mouth, but you call theirs, they're not doing you like that. I said, okay. I cut my association. I always learn. My dad always told me he wasn't lying. My friend said it too. You gotta watch your friend. Be careful. You ain't gotta worry about your enemy because you know your enemy way over there is the person that's next to you. The person you tell personal, your personal secrets. That's the person you watch. They taught me well. They showed me. I'm good. I'm very good. Hmm. Yeah, I know it's kind of late, y'all. I didn't mean no harm, but I'm like, wow, I got hit like that. But oh well. The song reminds you what tomorrow may bring. A better you, a better me. I ain't singing, I'm just saying. It was the songwriter said. Yes, because I just kind of like, I like talking, I like discussing and seeing things. I like to help people, that's all. And I try to tell people if somebody's fussing at you or cussing you out, you ain't got to do that back. Sometimes you just back up off of them. You got to back up off of them. You can't sit there and argue with them. If you're going to put something out on somebody, don't sit here and come back and tell people what's going on about what's you doing. You might want to keep some of that under wrap because when you talk about certain things that's going on in your life, dealing with the with the law or the law being the police, hey, things can get compromised. Uh, their world. Yeah, that can be. Yes, that can. Like I said, you ain't got to say nothing to nobody, and people will come at you. Darn if you do, darn if you don't. Hurt people. Yeah, I don't want to hurt nobody. I really don't. I ain't into that. I was cooking and trying to wait to get in my place. Then, I want to do it like that. Sometimes I may do a little something here. I did the cabbage chicken and everything. But yeah, I like to not just only let you be a cook. I like to talk. I like to listen. I like to help people, because the reason why I do what I do is because I was taught. Sometimes you have to let people know. It's just like when you have kids, you teach your kids stuff. You teach your children. You teach your children not to go through what you went through. Mom and dad, they had to run. My parents, they had to run. They was back in that doing a march with Dr. King. Yes, they had to. It was a time they had to run from the police. A lot of times, folks had to. Cause trying to fight the police, they got dogs, guns, clubs, water holes. You can't fight that. hmm Other people. Right. No, people that are hurting people will hurt other people, is what the statement replies. Right. If you hurt somebody, you're not gonna go back and hurt somebody. You don't want to never hurt the people that ain't never did nothing. You don't know where your blessing comes from. That's why I said an enemy and in one. Okay, I had another topic come out, the enemy and the stranger. Now you can go to a grocery store and there's a stranger, and that's the manager. That's the man that hired you. Of employees, that's the people that's gonna hire you. An enemy and a stranger, and an enemy, your enemy can end up telling you, man, you got somebody in your clique that you don't need to be dealing with. Yeah, yeah, but you need to watch your clique. You need to watch the person because they talking bad about you. And find out your enemy told you the truth. Mhm. Drop you a serious jewel. Yes. And Miss Anita, yeah, but now I'll be trying to come up with some more topics. But if somebody get offended about certain topics, I'm not going there. But again, Faith Robinson, it wasn't about you. It ain't about nobody. I just want everybody to know that it ain't about nobody. Mm-mm. Okay. Now, well, I said a little while ago, I did something and talked about. At that time, I did talk. And I will say this. I admit this. I did talk about Bam at that time when I said sidekicks, because I felt like, wait a minute, we cool, and you got something to say bad about me, but you was over here, we cool, but then you go somebody and you got a lot to say. So that's what I did say. And what made it so bad, Miss Anita, I'm gonna say this. When I said that, it wasn't just saying she being a sidekick. Matter of fact, everybody that was in the YouTube street, there was some sidekick. It's like you talk about something and your mind is on what that person did. But the thing about it, everybody doing it. And then it's like, okay, you talk in general. Sometimes you have to talk in general. So I had to brag out. And I told myself, well, just like I said, just need to change subject. And I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, for us getting up on panels, that's gonna be a question. I'm gonna have to do like some of y'all do. Now, I ain't getting on the panel, but I will stay down there in the chat. Yeah, it's safer. Now, I may speak, I may not say too much, but I watch people and I watch how people be humiliated and be talked bad to. hmm Because, like I said, I'm not the enemy. Let's see. Okay, question. How many people on this platform? On this platform, I haven't. But the other ones I met, I had met, how many people? I would say basically, four in all of YouTube, maybe three. But if you saying on this platform, I had met none of them, none in person. I wish I did meet them because I mean I like people. I got on the YouTube because I felt like, hey, people out of town, people in other countries. Maybe one day you may decide to go out of town. You're like, oh well, who stayed in this day? Oh man, Walter Davis stay here. He do, yeah. See him, go check or get an email. Hey, Walter, hey, I'm in so. You get to meet the YouTube because it's nice when you meet people you talk about. So, Miss Anita, let me ask you something. Have you met any YouTubers that you talk with? That's a good question, though. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but you did. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Because it make you seem like you get starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Because when I met some people, man, I just felt starstruck. I love them folks. And I still do. They don't think I do, but I do. Yeah. And I met one at a grocery store. I love you. I just love my YouTube folks. That's all. Yes, yes, yes. I try to make sure, you make mistakes in life and you have to learn from them. Mhm. Yes, you're right. Keep that circle small. Oh, yeah. Keep that circle small. Because somebody did say, well, you hang around too many people. So, and somebody said, you don't know we don't know these people. We don't know who these folks are. I said, right, right, right. You sure don't. You don't know who these people are. I just try to be cool because I listen to people talk. You know, I just listen. I listen to Miss Tawana. I listen to 45 and your Foot Soldier, Rose Gold, Nicola Coleman. That's my manager, Nicola Coleman. I just listen to them. I listen to people talk. I listen to a lot of people. I listen to Faith Robinson. I listen to LTG, Monica. I just listen to people talk. Sometimes people don't know when they do lives. Sometimes people just go in the chat and just listen. And then you ask yourself, are they telling the truth? The truth shall make you free. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Miss Anita Banks, I hadn't seen you anywhere in the other chat. But like you said, you keep your circle small, which I understand. And now I was always taught too. I said, I never forget what Pete Smith told me. Pete Smith, boy, this YouTube is too big. You got some other communities, man. You need to go. You need to go. You need to go and venture out. Y'all need to venture out. Ooh, we got some new folk out here. We got other folk. We got this dude over here. He real silly. I said, okay. Yeah, that's true. If you don't agree with somebody, yes, they're gonna block you. They're gonna block you. The people that you don't agree with, they are going to block you. Right, right. You can come into somebody's chat and somebody says something bad about you and block you, and you ain't did that because you block a person if they disrupt your chat. You see, people always say, I never forget. They said, if you disrespect, don't come in here disrespectful. But you come in that cursing, that disrespectful. I was always, you don't cuss in front of women. You cuss in front of the men. You don't cuss around in front of the women. No, we don't do that. Don't cuss around women and children. That's what I was brought up. And I said, no, I ain't with that cursing. I try not to curse around nobody. Sometimes you can listen to the way I talk or my demeanor. I just don't do it like that. Yes. Some people like you one week and next week they hate you. Yeah. Love and hate. Yep. Some people do that. Wishy washy. They one way and then over here they somewhere else. And I'm like, wow, really? You mad at me because I went over somebody's chat? You gonna take my rent? Really? Oh, okay. I understand. Well, okay. And they let you know, don't go back over there. Don't go back over there. Hmm. Some people don't like you because, like I said, I wasn't intending to get on the platforms. I just like sitting there listening. And it came out like that, and then it came down to cooking, and next minute, I know somebody said, I told him, I don't know the title. I can cook what I got. And she said, yeah, that's a good name. That's a woman. Woman. She said, that's the name right there. Cook what you got. And that's what, you know, and that's what happened. That's where it comes from. Cook what you got. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. The B word. I had to talk about that too. Yeah, the B word is not good because when you get mad and say, "Well, he called us bees and holes," or he called us this and that, and I see you sit up there and say the same thing and think it's cool, or the N word. I used to say, brother, when you call somebody N word, they said, no, we saying N-I-C-C-K, you shouldn't even say that. You calling them that. You get mad what a white person said, you say it's a different hurt. But the word is still the same, even when you've been called by your own people. Now, one lady said, black people ain't racist. How come they not? If you saying that, I mean, I'm just saying. Most of us, what we work for black people, I mean, work for white folk, as long as the man dropping that money off. So it is what it is. But I try to tell some people, and I learned you can't tell everybody. You can't help everybody. So they got to find out things on their own. What was Jesus say? He took them two by two. And if don't nobody accept what you're saying, kick the dust off your feet. Just, hey, all right, I told them. Don't argue with nobody. Just tell them if they don't want to listen to it, leave it alone. That's all. You can talk about church and people get offended. People get mad over politics. Got mama, sister, niece, and aunts, and calling women, especially black women, these flows of their mouths so easily. Yeah, they do that. They say that. Some of them talk about their mama. Some of them, like you said, call other women that. But a lot of times now the women like that, and they said, "You can't call me that, but she can call me that." I said, "What difference does it make? It's still a word." It's just back when I was growing up, that was fighting words. That was straight up a fighting word. That was straight up fighting words. It is. I don't like calling a woman a bee. I just like ooh. And the word they don't use a lot is what is it? What's that other word they call women? The C word. I'm like, woo, wait a minute. Mm-mm. 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 See, like I said, even with me, I'm flowers and candy. But then I care less. Sometimes people want you to give them something. Give me this. Can you give me that? Always like, give me something. Put this right here. Give me this. Give me. Where your man at? Where your boyfriend at? You asking me? Where he at? Hmm. Yeah, but it's been good. Like I say, I try to think of a different topic, something that people need to know, people need to learn, and I try to go to other channels. I try to go to the Survivor channel. I like the Survivor channel where they eat and cook outdoors, learn how to live off the land. I say, okay, all right, I like that there. Fishing. I used to fish a long time ago with my dad, though. Used to fish the Mississippi River. You see that water just flowing down hard, just flowing, and you cast that reel in. Sometimes we go to certain lakes. I don't know, it was a certain lake. I think all of it was Mississippi River. Yep, 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 yep. Let me see. Yeah, I also got some more gospel. Yeah, more than women these days. Strange. What happened to men these days? Sometimes they get involved in women and stuff, and sometimes women pull you into stuff. Sometimes men pull women and stuff. Yeah, I just ain't did it. I said, give me a pole, but then now you got to get a license. I mean, you got to go to Walmart and get your license. I said, man, get you some. And then it's certain size fish because I heard that a bigger fish is you don't want that. Them the great big giant fish, you don't want to eat that. You can throw him back. You just need a regular size. I wanted to try that. I'm thinking about it. I wanted to try that gar. They said, yeah, but you got to eat this when it's hot. Don't eat the eggs. They said the eggs are poisonous. I said, ooh. But I look at certain shows, they catch them and clean them, cook them. It's just showing you how to survive. Then how they make fire with sticks. I like that. I said, man, look at this here. They're rocks and sticks. and some of them even drinking water. Now, I saw one guy drinking water. Mhm. And he was drinking water at this lake. He took it, he boiled it, and he put a little. He said he put a little Clorox, just a small tap in there, or some iodine. I said, "Ooh, y'all, but that's what they do." No, I normally used to fry it, or I would. I'm glad you said something about fish. I wonder could I bake fry it. I'm glad you said something about that. I wanted to try to have time to do some baked fried chicken. Yeah, but yeah, I bake fry mine. I just put my seasoning and everything on, and then I take it and put it in the oven and let it cook like that. hmm And let it fry. Sometimes I put a small amount of oil on top of each piece, like even with chicken, so it can brown. So when I do it, it takes longer, you know that. So like fish, it takes what in that hot grease, maybe 15. Gonna take about 15 minutes. But then when you put it in the oven, it takes about 30 minutes. Right, it is. And then they got this new thing out they call what they call this thing? They call it the air fryer. I ain't got one of those, but I do have an instant. I'm glad you said something. I do have an instant pot. I got an instant pot. I gotta get me an instant pot. I mean, I got an instant pot. I gotta know where I'm gonna put it. Um, last time I took it, I cooked greens in that instant pot. Yeah, I did my greens, season my greens. Like when you do that food, let me see. Yeah, a lot of times when you do that, you can cook. You can take that instant pot, a pressure cooker, and you can take it. And with mine, I put the meat in there for about almost 45 minutes. Let it go and get it. Let it go and do its do. And I take my greens, I put them right in there and do that for like 30 minutes because I love green. I love mustard greens are my favorite. Then I eat turnip. I used to now collards. I used to eat collards. They're hard to season though. They're hard to season. Yeah, but my pressure cooker is the electric. I had to learn how to work. Say, hey, when that thing that steam like that, let that steam off of that first. Because when you try to lift that thing, you can turn around and it can explode and get all wet. That's why they call it a pressure cooker. You can just put a small amount of water in there. Ooh, you talking about good. Mm. Yeah, my grandma used to do that, mix mustard and turn them together. Yeah. And then used to cut the turnips off over in there. I want to try to do, I want to go back to do the egg rolls again. Some of the things I used to do. I try to do something different. Another dish, the other kind of like, want to do goat leg. I had goat a long time ago. It was good. It was good. Yes, yes, yes. hmm Yeah, but my grandmama and them used to. Oh, you do. I wish I did that. That'd be nice. If you had a house, you can grow your own greens and watermelon and stuff like that. Oh yes. Mm. Grow your own squash. Ooh, wait. Oh, now that's what I want. Curry goat. Yes, yes, yes. We ain't got a well. We got a Mediterranean grocery store around here. I might go get some goat, but I had to wait till I get some other things settled. Right now, I got to stick with my chicken. But yeah, I had that. I had carrot goat, carrot chicken, that carrot. It was real good though. Ooh, that carrot is good. And a lot of them use now. We was using like water. We use like a little flour and water, and we use that curry powder. And now they say you use that milk. Wow. Ooh-wee. Mm-mm-mm. Cantaloupe. Ooh, your cantaloupe can be good. That orange cantaloupe. Mama used to give it. Yeah, that cantaloupe. And hey, let me ask you something. Where you? Well, I would ask, but I'm gonna ask you where you at. You in Memphis? Yes or no? Man, that cantaloupe. People got fresh. Hey, Mom, Eric, she just did some squash. What? Let me get that squash. I put a little mushroom and onion in there. I may put a little sausage in there. That squash. Mm, I love squash. Mm, mm. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Mama used to do this too. They grew the heck out of some green tomatoes. Get them green tomatoes, and they start frying them. I used to tell them I never did too much when I was young. I never liked them. I eat them now, but I didn't eat them back then. I used to say I like mine real hard. Chicago. Okay, I got some family up there. That's Chi-Town. Oh, meant to tell you, Miss Banks too. Meant to tell you, Chicago. Every time somebody says something about Chicago, the only thing I can think about is that deep dish pizza. Y'all pizza. Oh, y'all. I never been to Uno's, but y'all got a Geno's. I never been to that one, but I went to one in Houston. And that deep dish is expensive, but that joke I know is good. I thought about doing one of those. Matter of fact, I thought about getting a smaller pan because it's just me and doing a small deep dish. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, fried tomatoes. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. Hey, sometimes you don't eat like it. I don't eat the same. One young lady told me she don't like eating meat. Well, the only meat she maybe eat is salmon. You know, I think salmon is pretty good. It'll fill you up though. Sometimes, I mean, it fill me up. That one little slice, it fill me up. That slice just fill, and I see why. Because you can take that salmon and feed everybody. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Ooh, well, Miss Banks, I'm finna get off here. You take care of yourself. I oh yeah, a lot of things. Everybody like that pepperoni pizza. I say I like pepperoni pizza, but I want more than just that on mine. But I'm finna get ready to get off of here. You take care, Miss Banks, and I'm glad you stopped by. And remember, everybody, I do apologize. I love everybody. Take care. See you, Miss Banks.